Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video, and this is another JxmyHighroller reaction, and the video is Lavar Ball just pulled off a miracle right in front of our eyes. I'm going to be honest, I don't have a single clue what this is going to be about, to be honest. I don't really know much. I know this family, like there's three brothers, and two of them have made it into the NBA. I think the other one, well, he didn't basically, but he was a good level, like a very high level player. And I've learnt a bit about this family through like past reactions and yeah, just all these sort of things that people have sort of told me about. Apparently, they had their own sort of like family show like back in the day. I don't know if they still have it or not, but like, I guess they were always celebrities like from kids, and there was just always a lot of hype around them. But other than that, I don't know much about the brothers, and I'm interested in seeing what this is actually going to be about because I don't really have a clue about what it is going to be about. But let's just get into this, man. I'm just repeating myself at this point, but I've actually sorted out my sync issues after months of my issue, like syncing, not like me speaking and not coming at the same time. Firstly, I want to thank you guys for actually sticking with me because it's probably very annoying. And secondly, I'm just gassed, man. Finally sorted. The lighting, I've got new lights. I'm probably going to have to sort of adjust it a little bit here and there when I properly get used to them. But I'm excited, man. I'm very excited, and I just appreciate you guys for all the support, especially on the second channel. We're nearly we're closing in on 10k, so I'm excited for that when we get to that in the next few days because of how quickly people are subscribing to this channel. But let's just get into this, man. Quick links to my my Instagram, my main channel, and my Twitter in the description if you want to interact with me, etc. But yeah, the links for that are in the description. But let's get into this and see what Jimmy has to say, man.
What if I told you there was a man
His videos are always so quiet for me.
so genius, so revolutionary, that he saw the future before it even happened? That through sheer willpower and confidence in his process, he turned his goals into a reality? What if I told you that Lavar Ball is far more than the obnoxious NBA dad that we can't seem to get rid of? What if I told you that Lavar Ball was actually the puppet master of the entire NBA, calling all of the shots to his favor? Maybe I made that last one up. But the fact remains, what Lavar has conjured up out of thin air, all three of his children playing professional basketball, a massively profitable business, and now going on 5 years of fame, or rather infamy, you have to admit, this man seems to be playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Every phase of this family's story appears to be the final chapter. And then you wake up the next morning to find out that the Ball family is in the news again, still surpassing expectations, and the craziest part about all of this is that Lavar called it. I mean, it's borderline prophetic the way the man seemed to predict and manifest every ounce of potential he laid out years ago for himself and his family. He said Lonzo would be drafted by the Lakers. Check. He said that LaMelo playing overseas as opposed to college ball would actually help his draft stock. And he was right. He predicted that LeBron James would come to the Lakers on national television. And that's exactly what happened just a couple weeks later.
Yo, he's spitting, you know.
If you asked LeVar, I'm sure he'd say his presence and wise words are what brought LeBron to LA in the first place. And LeVar's most impressive prediction just became a reality when LaMelo was drafted to the Charlotte Hornets. Because as far back as he can recall, LaVar Ball has been adamant about all three of his sons playing in the NBA. Lonzo with the Pelicans, LaMelo with the Hornets, and LiAngelo with the Oklahoma City Blue. Well, whatever. Close enough.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make...
I knew two of them were in the NBA, but I was thinking he's not made it to the NBA, has he?
Point here. But wait. Rewind the tapes. All the way back to draft night 2017. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Now listen closely.
We got Lavar here, and Lavar, you already got the Lakers hat. I'm trying to tell you, I knew this was happening before it was happening. When did you get this hat made? When he was a baby, but I already knew what was coming to him. I got two more.
He's speaking like he's some sort of like legend of the game. The way he's sort of speaking and his confidence, and fair enough, I mean, he's had confidence and he's predicted certain things, right? But he's speaking like a sort of like a Michael Jordan. Just, I find it strange, but I mean, I guess that's where some people love him, some people hate him, right?
Boys, I gotta come do the same thing 2 more years.
And he's gonna be proud of his son, right?
I have another hat on to say I told you so. Thanks a lot, Lavar. Congrats. Thank you.
Okay, so LaVar Ball made another outlandish claim. Nothing new here. Let's all just move on.
I have another hat on to say I told you so.
I'm sick. he did it.
Wait,
The
really?
man actually did it. A subtle but impeccable flex of epic proportions. Who in the world
way.
would follow through to this extent with a random statement he made 3 years ago? LaVar Ball. That's who. The chances of LaVar continually calling his shot is terribly unlikely. In fact, it's unbelievable. Can he see the future? Is he behind the curtains pulling the strings of this intricate web of basketball headlines?
What is this?
No, he's not. Here's the thing. If you make enough predictions about the future, eventually
True.
some of them
Get
are
one
going to
right.
come true. How does that old saying go? Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Well, LaVar's clock is just a tad off, and there's quite a bit of mad to this mad genius. He's made far more incorrect predictions than he has correct ones. Like when he predicted that the 2018-2019 Lakers would make the playoffs, or when he said that all of his sons would be playing for the Lakers by 2020. Then there's the
Wow.
time when LaVar said the Lakers wouldn't win a title if they traded Lonzo. And then the Lakers traded Lonzo and won a championship. Or what about when he said that he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one? This one hasn't happened yet, but let's all just use
So I compared him to Michael Jordan, and now he's actually saying this kind of stuff. Okay, now I can see why. He says some very controversial
some common
things.
sense here. LaVar could have just dropped the whole one-on-one claim and move on. But no, the man had to go and double down on the madness and propose a formal one-on-one against MJ at the small price of, are you ready for this? $200 million. LaVar Ball, a man who has never played a second of professional basketball in his life, wants to play the greatest player ever, but only if we all pitch in and pay $200 million.
What the
This
fuck?
entire scheme falls under the category of insanity. But what's even more insane is the theory that some fans have
ridiculous.
created that suggests that LaVar training Melo, pushing him to become an elite basketball player, aiding him in his journey to become a lottery pick, and then strategizing to get LaMelo on the Hornets was all a ploy for LaVar to get to Michael Jordan. The last 3 years, all being orchestrated
He's at the Hornets.
precisely for LaVar to get a shot to play the GOAT one-on-one.
Oh,
Who's a little
wow.
better, LaVar or Michael
Ain't
Jordan?
nobody think about no damn Lavar.
Yes, they are. Look at you. Who we
Ain't
talking
nobody
about?
think about no Lavar.
I don't know about y'all, but I would be lying if I said I wouldn't pay good money to watch these two go at it. But once again, LaVar is navigating in treacherous territory. His large claims and even larger personality have gotten himself and his sons into some tough situations. After Lonzo Ball was traded last offseason, news began to circulate that the Lakers front office and staff could not stand LaVar. At one point in Lonzo's time with the Lakers, his father's antics got so bad that the organization began to question if having Lonzo on their team was worth the trouble LaVar was putting them through. Less than 2 months into Lonzo's NBA career, the Lakers even created a LaVar Ball rule in the Staples Center in an effort to stop him from creating more headlines. Things were getting ugly real fast. And now that LaMelo is with the Hornets and has Michael Jordan running the show, I can only imagine how this could turn out if LaVar continues to attempt to take the wheel. Organizations across the league communicate often, and if the Hornets take into consideration what other teams have to say about LaVar, LaMelo might be in for a wild ride. But now that we have discussed some of LaVar's shortcomings, I want to talk about the incredible job he's done with navigating his boys to the NBA. In the history of the league, there has only been 20 sets of brothers to ever get drafted as top 30 picks.
Fair enough.
Lonzo and LaMelo
Fair
Ball
enough.
both being drafted higher than any other player on this list. Two brothers being selected as top 3 picks in the NBA draft is such a rare feat that
Ridiculous.
leading up to the 2020 draft, it had never happened before. The next step for both Lonzo and LaMelo is to assert themselves as elite players in the league, because being a top 3 pick comes with extremely high expectations. Working your way up the draft board is one thing, but reaching expectations of becoming a star player that comes with every top 3 pick is an entirely different milestone. And both of these brothers will have to prove their game is just as real as the hype was. And then there's LiAngelo, who gets an unwarranted amount of hate thrown at him because he isn't in the NBA.
He gets hate?
Or at
Wait,
least
what?
not yet, which is just ridiculous. LiAngelo is a professional basketball player.
Oh,
He's
wow.
been signed to the G League, one of the most exclusive basketball leagues in the entire world. In fact, there are about 400 players in the entire G League. Combine that with 400 NBA players, and there are only 800 players in the entire world associated with the NBA. Angelo is one of them. That's no small feat.
Fair play.
Do
He's a
you
solid
know
player,
how many
but
up and
very
coming
good.
players were supposed to be the next big thing? The next LeBron, the next KD, an internet sensation? How often do these stories pan out? I'll give you a hint. Not often.
Yep.
So props to Lavar and his unorthodox leadership, because as much as he stirs the pot, gets on your very last nerve, and calls out entire organizations and star players on national television with little to no warrant, the man has a lot to be proud of. And let's face it, he isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So I don't know about y'all, but I've been all in on the Ball family for years now, and I don't plan on getting off this bandwagon quite.
See, I wish I sort of followed basketball a few years back so I could have sort of really truly understood the sort of the hype behind this family, because I know there's a lot of hype because of things that have happened, I guess because of the show and because they're very, very good players. But maybe is there like a way I could watch this show? I don't know if it's still a thing. It's probably not because they're all living on their own, aren't they? But I don't know. I find it very interesting that this is like they had their own show, like, and they have this kind of level of they have this level of fame at such a young age. So I would be intrigued in seeing that for sure.
Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.
Shout out to Jimmy, man. Another banger of a video. This one is a different one. I do find this one very interesting because, again, there's just these kinds of sort of scenarios are so sort of rare in sport. And I don't know, it's just, I find it very strange, but also very sort of fun to like learn about this kind of stuff. But he's got two sides to him, obviously. He's done bits for his children, man. Like the fact that he had a second round pick and then the third round pick for two of his kids is it's nuts. Like, that's just ridiculous. You can't like sort of doubt him as a person in that sort of area, because he's probably, he has worked as hard as he possibly could to get them to the level they are. But on the other side, his delusion does seem very, very sort of real, like, and also in terms of like how he could beat MJ in a 1v1. That's just funny, man. That's just him getting that for a few clicks, right? Brothers, he did it. While posting this video, LiAngelo Ball agreed a 1-year deal with the Pistons. Oh shit! Now all three brothers are in the NBA. I may just shed a tear for this beautiful moment. Okay, that is incredible. So all three of them are in there. Bro, what are the chances? That is nuts. That family has got some special fucking genetics. I'll tell you what. What if I told you that Jimmy Eva created this video in an hour, predicted the future? Literally, as soon as he posts this, that news comes out. That's hilarious. The Ball brothers must be happy to finally see their family dream happen. Yeah, honestly, man. Balls don't lie. He just got the new meaning. Get you a father who believes in you the way LeVar Ball believes in his children. You don't have to like him, but you got respect him 100%, man. Detroit Pistons GM watching this video. Let's sign LiAngelo. Jimmy said he could do it, so we'll do it. Oklahoma City Blue. It's a law of attraction. The craziest thing is how LeVar is bald, but all his sons have perfect hairlines, literally. But doesn't that work? Isn't it based on your grandparents' hairline? I don't even know, to be honest. But I feel like it's not related to your father's genetics. But maybe I'm just completely off with that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. I'm going to be doing a lot more of basketball reactions, American football reactions, a lot more sport reactions in general on the second channel. So suggest some more that you want to see in the future. And again, we're close to 10k. Crazy. The second channel is nearly at 10k. The main channel's like heading to 70k at this point. It's ridiculous, man. So I want to thank you all for everything that you guys are giving me. Like, it's unreal, man. So thank you, honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and hopefully you guys go on to you continue to enjoy my reactions come the next few weeks, the next few months, and yeah, we'll just stay strong and see what we can do. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. Until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.